Film has been a thriving industry for such a long time at this point that I feel like most people can't even imagine a time without its existence. Film companies are always working to produce new films constantly. Once these films are done being made, the companies set a time for them to be released in theaters. The business model of the movie theater has been one of the most important things to the survival of the film industry for many years. Usually, a film's success is judged based on how much money it brings in at the box office. But what happens when theaters start to close down? What happens when a virus hits and film production is halted? When will things get back to the way they were before? Will things ever get back to the way they were before? Today, I am here to briefly discuss all of these questions. Due to all non-essential businesses being shut down, a lot of film productions have just stopped for now. Film companies are having to completely rethink their schedules and think about how and when they will be able to release films that were scheduled to be released during this time. Do they wait until theaters open back up again, or do they simply throw the movie onto some online streaming service? The issue with simply putting the movies onto a streaming service is that it's only going to cause the companies to lose a lot of money that they would have made otherwise. Let's look at Pixar, for example. Recently, they were supposed to release their latest film, Onward, in theaters, probably expecting the same kind of success that they are used to seeing. Obviously, theaters have been shut down, so they instead just released it onto Disney+. Think about how much money Pixar is losing because of this. Now, the only money that the company can gain from this is if the release of the film caused more people to pay for Disney+. There is no way, however, that the money from that was enough to make up for the loss in box office profit. The question we now have to ask ourselves is, will this continue? Will movie theaters begin to shut down permanently? Will the push for more online streaming service releases rise much more than it ever has before? If that does happen, how will film companies change their business model to make up for the lost profits? Even outside of the idea of movie theaters, there are some other changes that could take place within the industry. Usually, there are a lot of people on set at any given moment, even if they don't have a lot to do at that moment. I believe that it is very likely that they will start limiting the amount of people who are on set at any given moment, only to the people who are actually needed at that time. Anyone who is able to do their job from home or over the phone will very likely be told to do so. This could also drastically change the way animated films are made. Will they develop systems to be able to make these movies over the internet entirely? Will animators simply connect through the internet and use some sort of online animation program together? Will voice actors record their lines from home? These are all very high possibilities. So, in conclusion, I believe that there is most definitely going to be changes to how the film industry is run due to this current pandemic. As someone who is getting ready to start trying to break my way into the film industry, I must be looking out for these changes and embrace them. I need to be willing to be part of innovations in the industry that will drastically change as we move forward.